I'm muted. There we are. Good morning. It's still morning here. Good morning, lads, lass, and non-binary folk. Let me make myself look a bit sour. Look a bit dour there. But yes. I know this is not probably something many are going to end up watching, but I thought I'd just throw it out just to do it myself anyway. Morning, Mac. Oh, I saw you were on the Discord, so... How do I sound? I just did some quick adjustments so you could actually hear me, but how do I sound? Brand new microphone, brand new mic stand, actually. I may have spent a bit too little on this mic stand. It is very flimsy. I'm going to have to put some counterweights on it. It's not heavy enough to... You sound clearer. I know, it's a bit more of an expensive microphone. I decided not to go with one of the cheap things. I decided to go with cheap back to this... I'm essentially using the same, booster. Oh, also, I want to check something. I'm going to say something, like, oh, I'll keep saying something. I need to adjust this height, actually. I'm sitting a bit high. There we are. It's, yes, it's one of the Shure microphones. It's not the Shure SMB58, the, 20-year-old Shure SMB58 I was using before. The thing was ancient. I don't even know it was an SMB58. It may have been actually something else entirely. Like, it may have, it's one of the Shure SM series, though. But let me check this. I'm going to press a button. Tell me if anything sounds different. So let's say a basic sentence. Let's say my introduction. Good morning, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling today? Let's do it again. Good morning, lads, lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we feeling today? There's a button on this audio thing, audio interface, it's called Air, that apparently makes my voice brighter and more something. I'm not too sure. It said something about being brighter. Let me get my arms out, considering I'm talking with my arms. And hello, Panda Knives. Testing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, testing. Woo! Oh, but yes. Amazon is fast, aren't they? Bloody cow. I can also get this quite cheap on Amazon. You sound the same as usual. That's good. That's actually quite good. Now, if I turn that air back on, what do I sound like? Does it do anything? Or is it just lying to me and just lighting up a fancy little button? I had to turn myself up a lot more for this, actually. That's one problem with this particular microphone, is it's a bit more gain hungry. It's no surprise it's a more powerful microphone, a bit more fancy. Okay, I hear it. What does it do? So is it loud? It's just, I just lied to your face. Oh. Just lied to your face. So do you hear it, Mac? So what is it doing? Can you give me a description? Yeah, it picks up a bit more on it from the sound of it. Ah, I see. Interesting. Does it make my voice clearer and brighter? Because I might just leave it on if that's the case. A bit of boost would be nice. Excuse me. It really it's more sensitive, so I'll have to be careful about not talking away from the microphone, because it's a bit more gain hungry. But yes, this is the Shure MV7, I believe. I think I have a picture of it. I'm no sound expert. Yeah, it's fair enough. I was listening to a bit of a recording before I started this to see if I wasn't hearing a buzz, but no one's hearing a buzz or anything like that, because I've turned the gain up quite high, and I'm worried I've pulled the noise floor up. And that's always been a problem that I've had. The noise floor always gets too loud with a lot of these things. It's in fact why I didn't want to get the, I was just going to get like the Scarlett Audio pack, but I hated using that Scarlett Audio, because my nephew let me borrow his Scarlett Audio interface and his microphone before I went and found my old microphone in a cupboard. Speaking of microphones, I had to get another microphone stand too, because, when I was adjusting it when I was trying to get the mic, not too much different. If I would have put headphones on, fair enough. Well, I'll just leave it on then. I'm sure it won't do anything. It's supposed to improve it, make it brighter. I'm a bright person. Want everyone to know that. Hello, sirs. How's your day? Well, it's doing well. Very well, actually. I'm testing out my new equipment. So, it's fun. I've got some new toys to play with, Lord Theo. How are you doing? I didn't ask everyone else. How is everyone else doing? I don't have any drinks today because it's a bit impromptu, sorry about that. But yes, I'm very giddy. I like new toys. It's like, ooh, new stuff. That's new product smell coming off the microphone. Probably carcinogenic. Delicious. Like smelling those bloody markers. Like a child smelling a marker. Am I a doy? About to head early for a change. Oh, goodness. Responsibility? Yeah. Being responsible? I want to be a real panda. I want to be a real boy! You and Pinocchio have something in common, except, you know, he didn't want to turn into an animal. You do. That was weird in that movie that they turned people into animals. Still a very strange movie. Yes. Ugh. Ugh. Without the brain damage. Fair enough. It is a bit without the brain damage. Goodness. I wonder how it would have turned out. Granted, I probably have already been poisoned by lead when I was younger. Yes, his mic is a bit more sensitive. See, if I move away from it, it drops off much quicker than the other mic did. But you can still hear me, just very quietly and from a distance. Which is pretty good. But yes, it was really quick, because my old stand, one of the feet decided to give out while I was trying to get the old mic off the thing, because it was really badly jammed on. It'd been on the stand for so long, the old rusted mic, and started rusting on the damn stand. Humidity in North Queensland, I suppose. And the old stand lost one of its legs in my struggles with it. I didn't mention that because I actually did that after my mic popped and I had to give my audio interface back. So I had to buy a second, quickly add a stand onto the order from Amazon, but this stand is tiny and also very light. So this heavy microphone is kind of leaning it. It doesn't take very much for it to fall over. It's just fallen over on me when I touched it just then. But I can get very close and hear those plosives. Pa 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 pa. So I'm gonna have to get some counterweights for this thing, probably. I'm sure I have something I can just hang on the back of the damn thing, and it will balance it out. Just need to put the weight back on the other side of it. That's what I get for spending no money on a stand, unfortunately. I wanted to limit the amount of money I was spending. I was, though, very tempted. If I had decided to stop screaming for a month, I could have actually gotten one of those real fancy ones from Shure. I really like Shure. Shure is the only style of microphone I've used my whole life, since they, started, my whole life. Since they started making microphones. I'm not too sure what I used before that. Because, I've been using Shures for years, so granted... No, I think I've been using Shures since... For years, I've been using Shure microphones. For years, and years. It's ridiculous how long I've been using Shure for, so, old habits die hard, I'm going to be using Shure till the day I die. Oh, you have Smash Bros. Ultimate now, do you? Look at you, Panda. You're buying a lot of games recently, Panda. I thought you didn't like buying games. What is this? Contributing to the economy? What are you doing? What have you done with the real Panda knives? I haven't played a Smash Bros. Is the new Smash Bros. Game good? No grandma for 3 days without internet and no phone service. Oh, well, I understand. I had no internet and phone service for the first 20 years of my life. Granted, that was a lot longer ago. Half of Brisbane was still a farm when I was living there. Goodness. I haven't drunk much water today, so my throat is not doing too well. It's sore, actually. That's not good. Not good at all. Am I projecting more because of the new microphone, perhaps? Oh, yes. I should do something. I'm gonna turn on the media source. Love playing as Cloud. Yes, he turned up in, that's the fellow from Final Fantasy VII, right? Is Sephiroth on that game as well? Speaking of soundtracks, I'm gonna turn this, the media source. Do tell me if this has changed anything. Am I more difficult to hear? Is it too loud? Should I turn down the music a bit more now? Because the mic may be a bit quieter. Do tell me. Sephi is. Good old Sephiroth. I liked Final Fantasy VII. That was a good one. But I still like Final Fantasy VI better, probably. Yes. Oh, why did somebody... Yes. Of course, the first person to post something to the NSW, and not safe for work music isn't that noticeable? Oh, wonderful. That's ideal. It's kind of a backtrack so it doesn't sound quiet all the time, because quietness can make people feel uncomfortable and awkward. The music kind of passes the difference. It gives it a bit of movement. A lot of streamers just have passive music on the background because it kind of makes it... The silence isn't so noticeable. That's what I do it for, at least. I don't know if it actually has that effect, but also this one has a mic... It's a little... Gotta take a charge my phone. You stream a bit? Probably for an hour or so. When did we start? I started at 11:53, so it might be for an hour or so. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know how long this will go for. This is mostly a test. Maybe I should sing a song to see if it does anything, eh? But yeah, I'll see you in a bit. But yes. I keep saying, but yes, but yes, but yes. Let's talk about the stuff. I picked up, it was quite easy, actually. I had to pick up this new stand, which is a bit annoying, but, it was not that hard to get stuff. How is shockingly cheap, this thing. Terrifyingly so. It's actually, if I were to buy it at, the local audio place that I got the Scarlet from, it would actually have been twice the price. This thing was only $230 or something like that on Amazon, but it was like $430 at the local audio place. Granted, this is a different model. Likely I can't buy this model in person. This is a model of the, It's a model of the MV7, which is supposed to be a podcast USB mic. But it's a model that only has the XLR port. I didn't notice it, but when I looked at the order again, I'm like, oh, it's fine, because I only use XLR, I don't use USB. So it's fine, I didn't need the USB. But yes, let me go get the box. Give me a moment. How far can you hear me? I'm yelling from across the room. Hello! Ah! Yes, this MV7. Very interesting. It's, apparently modeled, and this is why I found it, because I was looking up that SM7B, you know, the fancy one, the real high level, Oh, hello! Hello, Andy. Join my test. Listen to me. How do I sound? But yes, this thing is based on that really fancy one. Wasn't expecting this. Well, nobody was. Not even I was. Well, I almost didn't have anything prepared when I was going to do this. But yes, this is just so... I thought it was... You see, usually, the audio sounds better. I'm glad somebody's noticed. It's a more expensive microphone. In fact, twice as expensive. And if I had bought it from my local audio store, 4 times as expensive. This Shure MV7... I got the X, which only has an XLR connection, because I don't use USB. I have an audio interface. Was significantly cheaper than that, though. It was significantly cheaper than the Shure 7 SM7B. Got 2 minutes done today. Good job. How are you feeling otherwise? Because, it was based on it, though. Based on their most expensive microphone. I don't know when they released this, but, I thought it was quite good. Fell asleep at 6 PM. Oh, it happens to me all the time. You had a nanny nap, Andy. You had a nanny nap. Though I'd suggest having your nanny naps at about 3 PM rather than 6 PM. That'll really mess with your sleep. But yes, it's apparently a podcast microphone, so it's supposed to be good with, you know, talking and singing. I don't know why it's good with singing, but it says it's good with, you know, spoken vocals and, you know, speaking and streamed vocals. So, yeah. Apparently, it also has some sort of voice isolation shenanigans. The bloody ancient SM57 or 58 I had definitely didn't have that sort of technology. Thank God I just woke up. Don't worry, you're not missing much. But yes, the old SM58 doesn't have that. Perhaps this will finally give me that clear audio I always wanted, without that background noise I tend to have. Yeah, fancy thing. I found it because I was looking at a very expensive microphone. The SM7B can get up to $1,000 in Australia. It's ridiculous. If I was willing to wait a month for it to arrive end of May from the UK, I could have gotten it for $500. Half the price and twice the shipping. So it would have probably been sitting around more like $600. But I decided not to. I just love Shure. Shure is reliable, and I've used Shure my whole life. Literally my whole life. Shure microphones. From that little stick thing all the way to the bloody ice cream cone and the 58 and the 57 and the 57S and all that stuff. It's the only mic I've ever really used, so I wanted to use it. It's interesting how one company seems to pervade every church, every school I've worked at, every church I've been to when I was younger. My timing was good, I guess. Yes, you had the psychic sense. You sensed it, Andy. You sensed it. You're like, I think that old bastard is screaming again. My geriatric sense is tingling. Like, yeah. Not nearly as useful as a spidey sense, but, yeah, well. Well, I'm gonna head to bed. You have that. Thank you, Mac, for telling me. Considering you've got a headphone, see you around? Yeah, I'll probably be streaming tomorrow now. So I probably should say that. I'll post after I finish up this, but I'll say when I'm streaming. I'll probably be, you know what? I'll devote some time to Inscription tomorrow. We'll do an Inscription stream tomorrow morning, about the time I'd normally stream on Wednesdays. I didn't know if it was going to come by Wednesday, so I don't want to commit to anything. But we'll be streaming tomorrow and we'll do some Inscription. And if it doesn't last long enough, we'll just start playing it Ghostwire then. Yes. Oh, my nephew I was very fortunate. Also, Sharp is in almost every single church. Oh, really? Sure. But for me, it's, yeah, sure. Were you meaning sure? But I was meaning sure, because... yeah, sure. God, they're everywhere. Can't escape them. 7 minutes, almost done. Oh, look at that. Exciting! How very exciting, Andy. Because yeah, absolutely amazing. I think I've done a pretty good investment with this thing. Cost me half the price it could. I also decided to splurge a bit on a good cord. I got one of the Mogami cable, Neurotrick cables, real fancy stuff. I got a 4-meter cable because there was only 4 meters and 50 centimeters for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I got one of the world's best cables with the Neurotrick and the Mogami cables. You ready for more whatever I do soon? Yeah, I am ready. Have some more confidence. Are you ready for my eclectic editing style? I certainly am. Yes, so I got a fancy cable that has a 10-year replacement warranty. These bastards they're bloody certain that your cable will be doing well. They're certain this cable will last. It'll probably last longer than I will. I'll die of old age before this bloody cable. I'll keel over from a stroke before the cable breaks. Well, I'll just give it to my nephew then. Yes, here's a question. Andy, this is just me for doing something for my own sake. You've been hearing me speak. Let's say a straight phrase. Let's do my introduction. I did this with Mech as well, because there's the thing on the audio interface that's called air that apparently adds some sort of brightness to it. Get the box. Where the hell did I put the box for this thing? Where the bloody hell did I put it? Yeah, I don't know. Probably put it out in the garage. Yeah, well. But yes. To go for the stream, because it would have been late for me. Yes. That would have been very annoying. But in my attempts to get the damn microphone off, I also broke my damn stand, so I had to buy a new one, and this one's real flimsy because it was cheap. And I'm going to have to put a counterweight on it lest it fall onto my face halfway through the stream. I can't touch the microphone stand lest it falls onto my face. It's also short, so it's coming up instead of down. I kind of liked it hanging from above, but I don't have a big enough desk for one of those boom arms that people are easily able to move around, which is a real shame. My desk is just not big enough for it right now. I need a bigger desk. My office is quite small. It's surrounded by bookshelves. So, I don't have much space for a big desk, but I'll get around to it one day. Maybe I'll readjust my office. But yes, let me press the thing. I'll do my introduction, and listen closely, Andy. So I'll do the introduction. This is with air on. Whatever air means. So I'll do the introduction. Good evening, lads and lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling today? Then I turn it off. Good evening, lads and lasses, and non-binary folk. How are we all feeling today? Can you notice a difference? Do you hear a difference? I don't hear a difference. I could sort of hear a difference, and Mac thought maybe. What's the difference? It's back on now. I just turned it back on. What's the difference? Can you tell? You're wearing headphones, right? Is there any significant difference? According to the thing, a bit more crisp when I turn it off or turn it on. So, what is it? Focus, right? Right, Scarlet Solo Air mode. Because it's something with this new model. It's a new model. It's 2 generations ahead of the one I was using, actually. So it's now the 3rd generation rather than the 1st. What he's using is good. So what is air? First and foremost, it's easy to use. Single person. That makes the vocals shine. Adds presence to guitars. Makes drums shimmer. And is an all-analog circuit, so there are no latency or timing issues. Oh, clear of artifacts. That emulates the classic ISA 110 mic. Sup, J. Hink? How you doing? You meet me while I'm currently reading an advertisement from Focusrite to figure out what the hell this button's actually supposed to do. So it's a preamp. So it's a type of, it kind of, tries to produce a kind of, makes it crisper. Yes, the one you're using is good. Okay. We'll keep air on then, may as well. It doesn't hurt me. It's a button press, and it looks nice, because now there are lots of shiny little lights on my thing. I've also turned the phantom power on, though it doesn't need phantom power. I just thought it might help, because this is quite... Oh, no, it's more sensitive, so when I turn, it'll drop down quite dramatically. It's more sensitive, because it actually... let me get the picture of the thing. Let me go get a picture of this Shure mic I'm using. Shure MV7X. I use the X because it's cheaper. Let me pull up this picture. It's a microphone. You've seen them before. Sure. Is this even a audio thing I can use? Look at this picture of this microphone out. So it may be a bit more sensitive because of... Where the hell is this picture? Somewhere. I can't use that image format. Come on, somebody give me an image format I can actually use. Hey? Yeah, that probably works, right? No, I can't. Why does it always, these advertisements always use images that I can't use? Oh, I should have just taken a picture of the box. I still can, actually. But it's got a little... You can look it up. The Shure MV7. Essentially, it has its own little box around it, and it's a bit... the actual mic element is a bit further away. There you go, I've taken the thing off. Oh, it's quite thick. It's quite a thick head to it. Excuse me, let me put the mic. So it's got a pretty simple mic inside. Quite a large, actually. And it's got 2 layers. So you've got this piece of fabric. You've got a piece of fabric over it, like the Shure SM7B. Over the more classic Shure metal lattice with fabric in it. Probably with the mic element all the way in the center there, which is why it's so hungry for gain. Not as hungry as the Shure SM7B. The problem about the Shure and why I decided not to splurge on the SM7B is because I have to buy another massively strong preamp, a really expensive preamp, or I'd have to buy a one that adds decibels to the signal, essentially, using phantom power. And I haven't tried singing with the new mic. I'm thinking of doing that later in the stream. I'll probably just sing the song, my song again, The Road My Heart Paved. And, well, thanks for using the announcement in Discord. I never knew if you were love. I know I'm love. You just love me. Yes, live. But yes. Let's see if I can get a picture of this without the mic on it. Erica's life is taking a dark turn, I see. Oh dear. Somebody's got to have a normal JPEG of these things. Does this work? I've downloaded so many pictures of the damn shore. At some point, one of these will work. That's the shore that I'm using right now. See? See? That's what I'm using. This is the one I've just gotten. But it actually is interesting because I just got a picture of it. Let's change the picture to this is what it looks like without the actual. It's from the sound guys, without its little thing. So it's almost got a its own little what is it? Pop filter already on it, which is convenient. Means I don't have to use the sock. I miss the sock, you know. The sock is still sitting on my desk, but I don't think I need it anymore. Because it's already got the Shure sort of metal lattice with the fabric in between it for the main part, and then it's already got the sock over it. Oh, fabulous. Yes, fabulous indeed. I'll miss you, sock. You served me well. Moment of silence for the sock, everyone. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba. Lest we forget the sock. It was so funny. Now the sock mic isn't going to be a joke I can make. Ah, terrible. Advancements truly take away the joy in life. Oh, bloody hell. Real shame, that. Real shame. But you're not noticing any dramatic plosives? My plosives? My Peter picked a pick of pickled peppers or whatever the thing is? I've forgotten what that is. Peter Piper picked a pick of pickled pickles? What is it? Sock mic will always be in my heart. I'm just gonna keep using the sock mic because it's funny. Ah, there it is. Picked a peck of pickled peppers. That's it. Peter Piper picked a pickled pepper. Oh, damn it. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Yes, there you go. Got it. Can you hear the plosives in that pep, 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 pep? Or the S's? So, she sold seashells by the seashore. Is that picking up? Is it sounding bad? Or is it work? Is this little pop filter that's already on the thing working well? That's all I need to know. Are the plosives coming through calmly? I can't pick up this mic either. Damn. That's another problem. Pickle Eric, the funniest old man I've ever seen. Oh dear. It's normal. Wonderful. It's not too hitting, which is good. And I wasn't seeing it on the audio input as well, which is good. Usually it kind of jumps if it's bad. Ah, the advancements in technology. No fun. Absolutely no fun. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Should I make Pickle Eric? Well, it's up to you. Pickle Eric sounds quite ominous, though. Yes, so, single person, noise lures. So there's no noise. Very good. So it's emulating some sort of famous sound circuit from a soundboard that Focusrite is famous for. So, I'll leave it on. Interesting stuff, though. But yes, I'd have to buy, the weird thing about the SM7B above this is I'd have to buy probably the same price again in equipment. So this has cost me about $500 in total. All the stuff, the stand, the mic, the cord, the audio interface, probably max $500. I could go check how it did cost me, but max $500, which is not that much of an investment, really, and considering I spent zero before this, because I was borrowing all the equipment from my nephew and then using my old ancient mic that I already had, that I got from a church years ago. Didn't pay for it. They gave it to me when I was leaving the church, because I was doing more music back then. Well, they thought I would do more music back then. But if I were to buy the SM7B, the problem is I'd have to buy an interface that was, even if I got it for $600, and not, $900, I'd have to buy an interface that was, significantly more expensive, or I'd have to buy my interface, the one I've got now, and a cloud lifter amplifier, like preamp thing, that would cost, another $200. It was ridiculous. What an investment that would have been. Perhaps if I start making money off this. Now let's remove that picture. And yeah, where the hell did I put the backing track for that? Oh. And anyway, it's very good though. I'll be able to get back to streaming, and I'm thinking, I was gonna do it this week, but I spend time with my nephew on Thursdays and my other family on Sunday mornings, so I'm thinking of doing another talking stream or singing stream or something, or maybe getting back into writing monologues. Would you like to hear me write a monologue about something? I think this was a mistake. I noticed the first one who posted an SSW meme was Panda Knives, of course. Of course they were. Good old not safe for work Panda Knives. His name is not safe for work. Because, getting stabbed at work by a panda is not usually what you'd regard as aligning with her health and safety, eh? Workplace health and safety does not align with a person called Panda Knives. So of course they're not safe for work. But what was I talking about? Yes. I'll be interested to see how it works with singing. It seems to be angling itself to be able to handle music as well as talking, even though it calls itself a podcast mic, and I can't think of many podcasts where they start breaking out into song, except for as a joke, the whole, they say a line and then they all start singing the line of the popular song that they just said. Like, ooh, thunder, and they're like, thunder and lightning, very, very frightening me, Galileo. Galileo, Galileo, Figaro, Magnifico. Yes. Perhaps if I start earning money, I'll finally invest in one of those fancy things. Oh boy, the Eric Winters podcast is live. It is, isn't it? This is a podcast mic. That's what it calls itself. MV7X, podcast microphone. For podcasts and musicians, which is a weird thing to say. It should just be a microphone. But I suppose it's a buzzword, it's an advertising thing, because it's best if you say podcast microphone, so when somebody goes, ooh, I want to upgrade my podcasting game from my, I don't know, Yeti USB mic or something, and then they look up, oh, podcast microphone, and then they see the SMV7, and then they compare it to the other podcast microphone they always see. It looks like the one everyone uses in podcasts, this one. But it's not like the SM7B, which is significantly more expensive than this one. And so they go, well, people are comparing the SM7B and this Shure microphone, and it's got podcast in the name. So, yes, it's good. I'm sure it's good. I just can't trust something that cheap. Granted, I shouldn't have trusted my microphone, which was literally $0. The cheapest thing can be. But yes. I didn't realize there were different models of it, though. I'm lucky I didn't accidentally buy the one that only had a USB input, eh? I bought the one that only had a XLR. Because this thing's whole idea is you could buy the one that had a USB but also was XLR. That you could swap between them and use both inputs at once. So technically you could record onto a computer and onto a soundboard or that sort of thing. If you were nuts. But this one just has the XLR input, the normal input that I was using before. It's fun. It's good. I'm sure the Yeti mics are fine. I like their style. The little circle thing was nice. It reminded me, actually I was going to say I didn't like their style, but I like their style. I kind of like the old style microphones. I was always tempted to get one of those real old style looking microphones, the ones that look like the old antique ones from like the 70s, and even earlier, like the 50s. I really love those. 1950s. I really love those things. They're really nice. And there was a really cheap USB mic my nephew used, actually. And he's like, if you want something really cheap, you can grab the Samsung USB mic. The thing's tiny, cheap, and works quite well. So if you're just looking for other things. Look something anyone here. Are we? I don't know, I haven't been looking. There are some antique mics I just love the look of, and I miss them. I miss them. What can we do? What can we do? Where is my actual... There. Oh, it still says 2 on my end. Oh, now it says 0. And 1 lag. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, people have been liking my post. How very nice. That stand, though, was very cheap. It's definitely... Professional microphone stand, my arse. Perhaps for a professional microphone stand where the microphone weighs as much as a... Almost 110, yes, that's right, we are, aren't we? 2 off. We are, aren't we? I did notice that. Hi, Grandpa. Oh, hello! Where me? With a question mark? I'm glad I had the question mark there already. Because I had a difficult time saying it as well. Good to see a new name. How are you feeling? You've caught me just talking and hoping my audio sounds alright. I think I've got it all well set up, though. Probably going to sing at some point to test how it is while singing. I don't know. I can't carry this microphone, which is a problem. I could carry the SM58, and I like doing that while singing, because that's what I used to do when I was on stage back when I was a younger man. When I sung, I tended to hold the microphone. I can't now, and that's very upsetting. That's the only problem with this microphone, is I can't just manhandle it, which is probably a good thing for the sound, but you know, I like manhandling the microphone. I probably liked it too. Oh, excuse me. That just slipped out. But yes, how are you doing? Back at me. The old... Ages. Oh god. Yes, hell's bells indeed. You can call me Aki, but thank you. Oh, Aki, good. I was putting the question mark. Aquemi? Sounds like the start of a joke, actually. Like somebody, it sounded like the start of a skit where somebody's reading out names, making fun of people who have really weird names, you know. Oh goodness, a lot of new names, and I'm just sitting here testing. Hello, CeeLo Jose. How are you doing? How do I all feel? How does everyone feel? Does it all sound... I may as well ask you fellas, does it sound right? This is brand new? All brand new? Brand new stand, brand new mic, brand new audio interface. So, does it sound right? Can you hear me? Make the inscription for the first start, at least. Fair enough. Goodness, I'm more popular just sitting here talking to the air and shooting the breeze. Sounds crispy. Wonderful. I hope crispy in a nice way. Mate, I mean smooth. Crisp is the word you're looking for. Crispy would be, I wonder if I can emulate it. Like, the whole, like, thing. I don't know if I could emulate that. I don't know what that sounded like. Did that hurt? Smooth. Wonderful. That's good. I've had a lot of the audio problems. Audio has probably been my greatest foe during my streams. One thing, are you family friendly, Grandpa? Well, I'm neither here nor there. I can slide. Family friendly is just how I was raised, so it's more like a habit rather than a choice. You see, I was raised in a different time to all of you. You kept that sort of thing to yourself most of the time. I was raised in a good Christian family, as the joke may go. So, it's neither here nor there. If it slips out, it slips out. I'm from Australia, so frankly, sometimes I just start swearing incessantly. Talking about manhandling his microphones, yes. Manhandling phallic objects, as microphones tend to be. Especially this one. This one's probably more phallic than the Shaw was. The Shaw looked quite phallic while in the sock, though. And I feel like that's an innuendo as well. Before this, everyone, if you don't get that, I probably should explain why I just mentioned a sock. I didn't have a pop filter before this. So I'm sorry about my hands. Oh, what was the word for it? I used a sock as a pop filter. It looked hilarious. Let me go get the sock mark out. Essentially, it was just a sock sitting over. I had to change it to a black sock, actually. I had a white sock for a very long time, using it as a pop filter. I just stuck a sock over the thing. Over the ancient mic that I was using. Thing's probably older than all of you, that mic, actually. That mic was from... probably the 90s, actually. It might have been 30 years old, or 25 years old. It's probably older than most of you, that microphone, but it's dead now, unfortunately. Pay respects. A moment of silence, everyone, for the microphone that was covered in a sock. Moment of silence. And a moment of silence for the sock. But yes. Oh yes, that I just realized what you said, Ender. Yes, I did just put what it says in the title in the description. I was just like, read the damn title. I'm testing my microphone. Rest in peace, sock mic. I'll miss you. It lasted a long time. I don't know what did it. It just stopped working. I think the connectors finally gave out. It was ancient. Are you 60 plus years old? About there, yes. Getting up in age. I've never specifically mentioned my age, but I'll definitely concede that piece of information. I am definitely over 60 plus. Goodness. Though you'd think I'd have more great nieces and nephews at this point, but I don't. I only have like 3. It's a real shame. But, you know, I do have a lot more nieces and nephews, so that's fine. Played Detroit Become Human. Oh. Is that saying something, Andy? Are you telling me to become human in Detroit? I think I'm human enough, thank you, in the regional center I reside in. I was about to just say where I live. That could have been bad. I don't know if it could have been. I assume it's bad. Granted, half of you could probably guess where I'm from how I've described myself in screams. But yes. Oh, goodness. Maybe I should try the different accents, considering my throat's a bit sore. Why are we re-becoming humans? I don't know. Just, oh, yeah, nah, yeah, mate. How you doing? Oh, just sitting down on the farm, mate. Do people ask where they live? I more accidentally out myself, mostly, but... I have had people ask where I live. Not on screen, but when I've been in conversations with people, they tend to get quite... Yeah, people are interested. I'm in Australia, and I've mentioned the state I'm in Australia. I'm in Queensland, and I'm willing to say that, because Queensland's massive, and has about 8,000 regional centres. And Australia has terrible internet everywhere, so if I have an internet problem, you can't find where I am. Ooh. But yes. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, mate. Sounds a bit muffled in comparison. I see. Turn it up a bit. Oh, I could turn it up on OBS, but I could turn it up not much more on that. Perhaps I'll turn it up on OBS. Stuff it. Let's go with that. How are we doing with that? That's a bit higher. I'll get the audio interface closer to me so I can turn it up easily. Quieter? Yes, it is a tad quieter. The microphone requires a bit more gain. So I can't use the same gain as I was using before, but... Let's turn up a slight bit more. How are we feeling about that? Thank you for this, Silo? Silo? I don't know how to pronounce that. It's good to have somebody who's... Yeah, it's good. Very kind of you. I just don't want it to have a noise floor. My internet sucks. Don't worry. Mine does too. Ah, my nose is itchy. Sorry. I'm scratching my nose a lot. 200 million. That's the thing. Australia doesn't have that many people. There's only, what, 27 million of us? We're quite a small country for the landmass we've got. So. But all the Australian internet is terrible. Because, you know, the governments are... We're not getting into it. Just know it's the government's fault, and also that Telstra has a monopoly on our internet. Don't know why, but that's just how it worked out. That's what you get for privatizing it. Bloody people. Bloody politicians, I swear. But yes. Is it sounding any better? Because I've turned it up a slight bit. You like reading books? I do like reading books. You have any suggestions? I've read a few things on stream, actually. I tended to read old stories and short stories and jokes. Rage's Pitchfork? Okay, Lowe's Pitchfork. Yes, we're not going after the Australian government right now. It's currently during election season. They've just announced the new federal election in Australia, so it's probably the best time, but none of you are going to be able to vote for the Australian Prime Minister, so I don't know. There's no point in getting angry at you. The only people I should get angry at is my family members. Make them all vote the same people as me. Especially my father, he's still within voting age. He was determined to have the opposite opinion to me, I swear, that old mate. He's hanging on by a thread just to piss me off, I swear. Because I'm, as you can probably guess, I'm quite old. Truly, snap revelations, oh my god. I thought you just liked bleaching your hair and wrinkling your skin by being in the sun for too long. But my father is ancient, more ancient than I. Fellow was practically born in the previous century, so not, you know... Yeah, well, you get the point, but... God. But me and him, oh, our arguments can get quite intense. He's very energetic for a 90-year-old. What was I doing? Yes. Books are interesting, speaking of your Aki. I've read a few things, and I've been thinking, actually, of reading other things. I've been thinking of reading horror stuff on stream. You're old, I wouldn't have known if you didn't tell. I know, it's a revelation. Truly. Up there with, you know, I'm trying to think of revelationary things. You know, up there with grass grows, and trees do perhaps sometimes change colour in seasons. I'm back. My battery's now 30% instead of 5. Ooh, good job. You have the power now. Like, what is that? That's from, what about federal tax regulation? Oh, dear. Now, mate, that's a bit too much. You know, I'm more that sort of fun horror guy. I'm not about that sort of existential dread brought upon by death and taxes. Speaking of death and taxes, the only thing that are true, death and taxes. Good bit of that, theatre, that. Good bit of theatre. There's my PlayStation to charge my phone. Oh dear. Plugged it into the giant power bank and touched those. Do you read old books? I've read a few older things. I've read a really old book. I've read, I was reading a lot of Banjo Patterson short stories and poetry. But if you want me to read some old books, I've read a fair few. So I've read as an old mate, he was a bit racist, but he's interesting. He's got the Duke in it. Speaking of an old series I've read. Where is he from? But yes. I love history books. Oh, do you? I really wish I could pick this thing up. Is there any way to just take it out of its stand? Oh, there is. That's worrying. There's one thing in horror. We don't want to talk about kill the old man with taxes. Yeah, you give me a stroke, mate. Books are too boring for me? Of course they are, Fender. Not enough violence and blood in them. Yes. I was reading, oh, what is that fellow's poetry called? One of the old Australian folks recently. It was quite nice. I was rereading a few. I think I read one of them to you. The Loaded Dog. The fellow who wrote the Loaded Dog. Very interesting. Let me pick up myself. Pick up the mic. I'm going to be standing off because I walk away from the camera. I'll be staring into your soul. But I'm just going to pick up this mic. Hey! Oops, sorry about that. I'm just walking to my shelf. Oh yes, Dennis Wheatley. That's the fellow I was reading recently. Yeah, I picked up his books on sale. They look really nice. In fact, I really love the look of the books. In fact, I got a couple more recently. I didn't pick them up recently. I say recently. I picked these up years ago. They're actually in the background of one of my backgrounds. My reading stream background. The dark room. My bedtime story background. Clive Castle is quite nice, actually. He's a good fun one. I've got a few history books on the shelf, speaking of. Old Aki. You saw me walk over and read the thing. I should probably get my phone and just start reading the chat from there. Give me a moment. Get my phone, read your chat. By jumping on a stream myself. I'll be watching myself. There we are. I'm not falling for that one, Panda Knives. I'm not reading anything about D's, what is a funny way of saying it? D's Doritos Flaming Hot Peanuts. You may think I'm lying, but I'm currently staring at a packet of Doritos branded crunchy nuts. Flaming hot flavored peanuts. My nephew gave them to me. They're actually quite nice. He was throwing out stuff in his cupboard before he left. You know, the nephew that took the audio interface over to his new location. He's a teacher, you know. Got a new job. Had to move out of town quite quickly. It was quite a sudden job. His contract ran out, and then they were like, actually, we really need people over here. Could you come over here? And so, it's a real shame. He's the one who helped me with a lot of the backing tracks, actually. And in fact, my nephew was the one who made the backing track you're listening to right now. True literature. Well, I'll admit, manga can be quite compelling. I'll give you that. I haven't read much light novels, though. How's the light novel situation? I'm sorry, I'm trying to move this. Yeah. The cord is... The one problem about this heavy mic is it does not like staying on this stand very well. There you go. Hey, get back here. Stop turning. A dumb moment. Yes, adult literature. It's been a while since I've sat down and read, actually. Oh. You know, it's a great book, and I'm probably going to read this one again soon. Speaking of books, one of my favorite authors is Eddings, David Eddings, as well as, what's his name? Feast, Raymond E. Feast. Great two authors that I really suggest reading, Magician by Raymond E. Feast, and by David and Lee Eddings, Redemption of Althalis. It's a great book. You technically can vomit voluntarily, and I wouldn't recommend. What is happening when I'm talking about books? What cultured? I'll leave that to everyone else to explain. It's from a game. It's a good, funny joke from a game. One that I keep making. I should sing it. Dame dane. Dame-o, dame-o, Antana, Sugi-te. From the Yakuza series of games. Very good games. You should play them if you haven't, Aki. Okay, I guess. Never take you from getting far into the anime Konosuba set. But if you feel like you're correct, that's really good stuff. Yes, don't you worry. I'm not against anime. My nephews, two of my nephews, actually all of my nieces and nephews watch it. I think all of them do. I wasn't much into it. I watched your Dragon Balls with my nieces and nephews when they were young, but I didn't watch it much myself. Of course, I was a Studio Ghibli fan. I can't not be a fan of that fellow. Old Miyazaki. True genius, and also a workaholic. But yes, so I'd seen that sort of stuff before, but... what was I saying? I suddenly got distracted by the absolute maddening nature of the fact that lean has reappeared in this conversation. I can never escape it. What the hell is lean? What is it? Tell me! Ah! What is it you're hiding from me, you cheeky little sods? Your ankle biters are running around saying, lean! Thinking, lean on me. I think it's a song or something. But yes, anime is quite common in this household, so I've watched a lot of it. You'll find I'm quite cultured in that way. Otherwise, I wouldn't be a Vtuber if I wasn't really that into it. I think there's a bit of a prerequisite. Though, granted, Vtubers were also introduced to me by my, cough drops. Shut up, Uber. How dare you. I haven't drunk enough water. That's probably my problem right now. Ooh. I've been kind of busy all morning cleaning the house. Then the stuff turned up and so I just had to do it, and, well, you know. Oh, what was I looking for? But yes, I was thinking about reading horror stories recently. I was thinking of finding those, like, sort of, you know, urban legend-style stories. I thought it'd be quite interesting to read at some point. But I know it's nowhere near Halloween, but stuff that, it's what I want to do. So we'll have to find some way to read it. Perhaps I'll read those, Isn't there a forum on that Reddit site forum? A forum for sort of horror stories. Lean is the friends we make along the way. Of course they are. I have cough drops. I think I do have cough drops actually. But I might just go get a drink of water. So if you'd all give me a moment, I'm not going to drink lean. Also, question. Now you've arrived, Uber. How do I sound? Hello? What's everyone doing? I'm just back from drinking my water. Doko, where are you? I'm back, don't worry. Celio. Also, let me read. Okay, so that's them talking about lean. I can ignore that. I finally finished Elden Ring. Oh, good job, Uber. How'd you enjoy it? What's your final thoughts on it, eh? Your final thoughts on Elden Ring. Let me move back to the desk. Get my camera back. There I am. Whoa. So, yes, what are your final thoughts on it? Why is it still cap? He's just back to stare at our souls. Yep. There we are. Whoa, I'm back, and my hands are working again. Delicious water out of a teacup that had a bit of tea in the bottom of it. It's not the greatest taste, but there we are. Goodness. I'm gonna have to find some way to attach this cord to this mic so it doesn't keep pulling the damn thing down. It's a really long day, I dare say too long. I know. I enjoy that sentence has given me conniptions. My relocation is approaching you rapidly. Oh, am I now? Ooh, goodness. I wish I had that sort of energy all the time. But yes, I felt it did have a bit of a problem with length of time. But I'm glad you... I assume you more or less enjoyed it immensely. And you want more. Wonderful. I've started a playthrough with a nephew of mine, so perhaps that's an idea, Uber. Got any friends you want to play it with? Perhaps do another build of something. Hi! Wow, goodness! Why is this stream so popular? This is just a random out of nowhere stream and suddenly everyone's turning up. Hello! How are you doing? I'm not Korean, so I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know, right? Goodness. Almost don't want to stop it, but I will have to eventually, at some point, because, I've actually started my Japanese again, recently. I got a new tutor. They did the whole kit and caboodle of, at your age, it's gonna be pretty difficult. Can you pronounce my name? Pandak? Nivs? Oh, Thai, sorry. I apologize. Pandak Nivs? Is that how you pronounce your name? Pandak Nivs? I apologize. It resembled Korean. I'm not quite the worldly person when it comes to language. I apologize. I apologize. I really haven't had much exposure to the Thai language, actually. It's strange, because you'd think Australia would have more contact with that sort of thing. Because we're quite not that far away. But yes. Oh, but yes, I start up I keep saying but yes, but yes, but yes, but yes. Eventually I'll say but I digress. There we go. Different one. I keep calling you Andy Brandy. Andy Brandy sounds fun, though. I'll keep calling you Andy Brandy. It's a fun name. I'll keep doing it accidentally, because I have a bottle of brandy that I can see. It's in eye line of me. An empty bottle of brandy, but it's still there. Scratching my nose. Why is my nose so itchy today? Goodness. You can't see it, but it's bright red. Like tomato. I've been scratching it so much. Oh, fun. Very fun, Uber. Good to know. Useful in the residence sphere? It's a possibility. Well, far away. What was I talking about before? What is my... Oh yes, Japanese lessons. I've got a Japanese... Humans do not have a high mind from the sci-fi series about different in the first meeting for a very alien. Both parties try to understand each other's weirdness. Interesting. The humans do not have a hive mind. That does sound interesting, huh? I don't know if we'll be able to read it all in one stream, but, you know. Mind. Reddit. I assume... What is this Reddit? What is this Reddit? Humanity... Oh, I got it. Wonderful. Oh wow, this is a story! What a writer! Oh, it's not that long, actually. Oh, I'll put it on the list, actually. That sounds interesting. Do you have any ones from that, like, horror story thing? Because these things are fun. I like reading them. I don't know how good I am these days. It's been a long time since I've done exciting reading, but call me Gun. Okay. It's good to see you, Gun. I'm glad more new names are coming when I wasn't intending for this stream to have that many new names. I hope so, because they won't be as difficult to work with on Earth. Hopefully. Well, a hive mind is very different from what we do. Some people act like a hive mind sometimes, but that's more of a lack of personal character than anything else. Or a sign that they've had their non-hive mind nature beaten out of them. I'm looking at you, military. That makes sense in that situation, I suppose. Sounds interesting, though. Put it on my list of things I like reading. It's better than me just ending up reading, nope. And I usually tend to end up reading, the stuff I like again, which is the old Australian short story writers. Like, oh god, why is his name off the tip of my tongue? Banjo Patterson and, I can't believe I'm forgetting him. I'm gonna have to look it up. Henry Lawson. God, how embarrassing. Banner and Annie and Tiberian, it's all Luna. Oh, Ruski, I haven't seen you in a while. And because there would be different variants, like imagine if a love variant with kitchen nuts for us. Well, that's true. That's an extreme example, but yes, it's true. That would require them to have the same sort of genitalia as we do. So, that is already making a lot of assumptions that would give similarities between us. The problem about aliens is they could truly be alien. They may be a type of life based on something entirely incompatible to us. We may never be able to live in their atmosphere. We may not even recognize them as life. The possibilities are endless, you know? Endless, mate. YouTube chat does become a hive mind after a point. Oh, ouch. Oh, goodness. But I digress. I do need to finish that. Yes, later this afternoon, mid-afternoon, so in an hour or two, actually maybe in less than that, I'll be going to a Japanese lesson. So, I won't be able to continue further than that. As much as I'd love to, you guys you're really bringing it forth today. Oh, goodness. Excuse me, I keep burping. Drinking water too fast. But yes, I might try and stream a bit more, considering nothing else happening at the time, and one of the nephews I normally visit throughout the week is now moved out of town. Just yesterday, actually. He finally got out. So I won't be doing that. Putting off to going out to fix my hearing aid. Fair enough. I only want you to hear my beautiful, delicious voice. I don't know why I said delicious, that's weird. Beautiful, delectable. Similar, but more classy. That's the difference. Delicious sounds kind of weird, but delectable, yes, now that's classy. Classy like my mother taught me. Yes, oh, hell's bells. Goodness, my nose is so bloody itchy, mate. Oh, goodness. Ah. Why is my nose so bloody itchy? Ah, stupid thing. Ah, it's so annoying. I wish my ears never break. I can't help you with that, Pandak Knives. Pandak Nivs, sorry. Because, that's just something that comes with age. My ears have been quite good. I actually, the bloody... What are they called? Audiologist, I suppose? The hearing doctor was very surprised. The ears, eyes, and nose fellow was very surprised by my hearing. Very surprised, by my continued hearing. You all have probably experienced why my hearing is still quite good. I've kept care of it so well. But I sit here and I hear things you guys can't hear, and I'm like, it's annoying me, this tiny little buzz, frustrating me. I can't get rid of it. But nobody else can hear it. I'm bloody alone in it. And Nino, Matthew, or Matthias? No, sorry. I know this may be stupid, but may I ask you, would you rather get a short soulmate or a tall soulmate? Oh. You're asking a lifelong bachelor. Well, a lifelong bachelor. We won't talk about that. But then it goes, the question, tall or short? Oh, it's hard to say, actually. I've been in relationships with both tall and short and people my own height throughout my life. In my storied relationship career, none of them lasted, but I'm actually on good terms with all of them. Fortunately for me. I didn't get married to any of them, but we still chat occasionally. Short, tall. A lot of the times... It's hard to say, it really is. God, I've thought about it, yes. I've had this question before, but I had a different answer back then. Every time somebody asks me, so I don't know if you're going to get the answer I may be able to give. Always short? I'm back early, you notice me leave? Oh, goodness. Oh. There's something to be said about tall. Tall is fun. There's a joy to be found in a tall. Though I will admit, when I think of tall, I think of, you see, it was an athlete that was the tall one when I was back in relationships. She was tall and quite fit. And it was fun. I was probably fitter than I'd ever been when I was in a relationship with her. But there is something to be found in shortness, too. As we said, with the ruffled hair, the asserting dominance, which doesn't sound healthy. Uber, you may need to go see a therapist. And, you know, maybe I should say my height. Because no short, no tall, sitting around average height as I am. I'm an average height, I'm not a tall man. I'm, what, 5'9", I think? And, in Australia, 5'9" is about the average. I think I'm sitting in centimetres about 175, so... I'm quite a good measurement. The Eric measurement is what I use. Everyone who's taller than me is statistically tall, and everyone who's shorter than me is statistically short. It's an interesting question, huh? It's not something I've ever really considered. Height's never been... when I was in the dating scene, height never really came into my thoughts. I apologize if that's not what you were looking for, but I can only be honest. It's not something I considered. I love talking, and I love talking to anyone, whether they're tall, short. So as long as they're a person who lets me talk. And yes, oh hi, oh guide. Sorry, I got distracted by the conversation. Another new name. Goodness. Everyone's here. Everyone's turning out for this. I didn't even mean to do this stream. How did this happen? But it's a curious thing. Some people love it. It's the same thing as, would you prefer a muscular woman or a, I'm saying woman because that's personally what I say. I probably should be more less gendered, should I? A muscular soulmate's a good way of putting it. Or, a normal fitness soulmate, or a this, that, and the other. There's a lot of things to consider, and I think it's up to the person themselves, and I don't have an opinion on height, unfortunately. Oh, sorry, Andy. I'm sorry, I'm distracted. I'm very distracted. I don't think I'll watch a long video today. I might do a song to see how the mic sounds. And then we'll probably pause it there for now. But as much as I'd love to keep this going, I do have places to be. And I have to eat some lunch before I go to this class in an hour. Why I kept thinking it was later in the afternoon is because it originally was. We changed it to be earlier in the afternoon with this tutor. But this tutor's nice. She's very experienced. Very experienced. Which is good, because, you don't learn languages as easy at my age, but, I wanted one of these days to get around to travelling to Japan. It's been a very, very long time since I have, and, I only ever went there a short time. So I want to kind of go there and know a bit of the language. Gotta know, be able to talk to people, and, one of my nephews is interested in travelling to Japan, actually. As, the other nephew that's also a teacher, he's thinking of, specialising in TESOL, and once everything opens up, jumping over to Japan as an English teacher. So I thought if I was going to visit him for any extended period of time, which I might, which I will, I thought I'd do it. And you never know. I've got training in teaching English. I taught refugees when I was a younger man. And people from various African nations. So maybe I'll do it. I don't think they accept oldies like me, though. That's the problem. I'm a bit old for a lot of the fancy, easy programs to get over to Japan, if I ever wanted to. But I have an old mate who works for a company over there, and he's we've had a conversation about it, so you never know, maybe I actually will go over and teach in Japan. So it's a twofold reason to learn Japanese. Final Destination starts playing. Oh no! I've entered the Smash arena with the announcement. It's like, out! Begin! That fellow. I can't quite do his voice. What is his voice? And the whole boo doo boo 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 boo. Can't escape that damn sound. Yes. Oh, goodness. Been crouching a bit. This mic is a bit lower, so I've been hunching over a bit like some sort of goblin. It's me, the train station goblin. Eh? Come on, give us a ciggy, mate. Yes, Andy Brandy versus train station goblin from Lisbon. Oh, mate. Come on. Hey. Give us a ciggy, mate. Hey, come on, mate. Give us a ciggy. I could go with the older one. Oh, mate, yeah, come on, let's go. Bloody fight you, mate. Yeah, I'll bloody pound you into the earth, mate. Yeah. You can't do anything to me, mate. I'll end your bloody existence. The bloody foxes will be picking you up. The possums will be chewing on your corpse once I'm done with it, mate. Yeah. You'll look like bloody roadkill on the M5. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, mate. Yeah. I'm just going out for a smoko, mate. You want to come? Oh, you got a couple of, I can't quite do it. I've drunk water, I can't do it anymore. Just going out for a smoke break, mate. Yeah, going out for a bit of a smoko. Oh, what are you saying I want for a smoko about 15 minutes ago? Oh, I need my smokes, mate. Can't stop me. House is not going to build itself, and I'm not going to build the house without my smoko, mate. Bloody smoko. It's an Australian tradition. I'll bloody tell you, mate. You're coming around here trampling on our traditions, mate. Yeah, you bloody American, mate. Joking stream voted the Arca stream still good. Yes. It's hard. Sometimes it just comes to me naturally. I just get into the zone. I truly channel the man who's been smoking for 40 years. But it's hard when you've got a voice as nice as mine to be a smoker. It helps better when I'm a bit louder and I get a sore voice at the end of it. But I've just drunk water and my voice has become silky again. What can we do? C'est la vie, as they say. Or as the infamous Australian outlaw was dubiously quoted in saying, such is life. Good fun. On that, I'll take my cig elsewhere. Indeed, indeed. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. What am I gonna eat for lunch, eh? Ooh, I went to an Italian place. Had a wonderful place. Oh, it was delicious. It was, feeling a bit left out here. Yes, the Yuka stream was very good. Sometimes I just channel it. The old Australian goblin. Oh, yeah, mate. Come on, mate. Yeah. I can't quite do the, mate. It's gonna go, man. Yeah. Nah, I'm going down to the survey, mate. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I understand. Yeah. Oh. What does my aunt sound like? Oh, I keep trying to remember. My aunt has this Kath and Kim sound. Kath and Kim was a very popular comedy series. I hear Goblin before. Never heard the train station Goblin before. I'm sure I've done it. Oh, yeah, mate. Come on. Give us your money, mate. Come on, you fucking boss. You fucking cunt. Come on, give us a ciggy, mate. Yeah. Come on. Yeah. They were very high. They swear a lot. Go like, oh, come on, fight me, you cunt. Come on. Bloody fight me, cunt. Yeah, fight me. Bloody fight this cunt. Come on, look at me, cunt. Look at me, cunt. Fucking fight ya. But yes, if you want a funny Australian humour, check out the Fairbairn twins. They're very funny. About pure air of civilization. Yes. Breathe that smog in of civilization. Do a Mickey Mouse voice. Oh. Is that the Mickey Mouse? He goes, ho ho. give us your cigarettes, mate. Come on. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Mickey Mouse. He's coming for you. And your wallet. Goofy. What the hell does Goofy sound like again? What the bloody hell does he sound like? Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, the Goofy voice. I can't quite remember it, mate. Oh. What was it? Ah, can't do it. You sort of... I can't figure it out. I can't remember. What does Goofy sound like? He's sort of meandering and gosh, yes, gosh. Oh. I'm going, go. I can't quite do it. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to have to look it up. I'm going to have to channel him. Where is it? Goofy. Goofy. Come on, Goofy. Tell me how you sound. Oh, God. Shut up, Disney. Look up Ozzy Aladdin. Let me look at that. I'll look at that video, but give me a moment to do the Goofy voice. I'll imitate. Yuck. I'll imitate. Hey. Well, it's kind of like that. Oh, give me your money, mate. That just sounds like another old man. Oh, give me your money. Oh, give me your bloody whippersnapper. I'll get you now. Come on, give us your money. Hand over your wallet. I don't know why I keep using all of these voices. I keep doing all these voices threatening you. I don't know why that's the case. It's just the first thing that comes to mind. Like, oh, Sonny Jim. You bloody little whippersnappers. Back in the day, I was in the war. It's true, they were. Most of the old mates I knew were actually in the war. I narrowly avoided the war, frankly. One of the wars, at least. Yeah, that I was too young for. But what was I doing? Let's look up what you were asking for. Oh, I've got that out. What was it? Ozzy Aladdin. I think I might have watched this. Australians love watching things about Australians. We love it. We eat it up. Bloody eat up the Ozzy Aladdin. We have probably already watched this. Fuck yeah, mate. Classic. Absolute classic. So let's get a look at this. So there it is. Don't worry, I'm sure it is. Everything Australian is. Window capture it. Not that one. Look, it's all the view. What I see. I'll see Aladdin. There we are. On my very, very big screen. I probably should have... Ah, screw it. Let's just do this. Just move myself lower. And yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
You've got to love Australia Day.
Fucking you!
Oh, babe. You've got to love Australia Day.
Oh, that snake's fucking huge.
These aren't... You're making fun of me. I do these voices too.
Nah, fuck Samantha. Yeah, they did it on me. Oh, nah, babe. Nah, babe. You're the only one I want to play with.
Oh, you want to play? Well, no hat, no play, cunt.
Give us me hat back, you slut.
No hat, no play.
Oh, God. Oh, it's true. It's true. Let's go with another one.
What do you reckon about this here then?
Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah. Come on, mate. I can do that, wouldn't
A monkey. For a fucking bag. Boom, bloody everywhere. Ah. Fuck, I'm hungover. Right, either you're an immigrant genie?
3 wishes, cunt.
Back of Winnie Blues. Smoko, cunt. Chicken nuggets.
Poof. Bloody chicken nuggets.
Oh, mate, that's a full chicken.
Yeah, that's a full chicken.
Can you turn kiwis into sheep?
Oi, bro. This is not sweet ass.
Oh, God. Of course. Let's hide that. But there we go. Truly, the Australian experience. Oh, you know, mate. What's the Kath and Kim voice? I know the Kath and Kim voice, but a second, let me try and do a feminine voice. That my aunt talks like this. I'm not kidding. People actually talk it. Oh, Kathy, mate. Come on, Kathy. Hey. Oh, it's going to have a survey, mate. Yeah. Kathy, yeah. Kathy. Hey, Kathy. That's it. You have to put it a bit more forward. Hey. Oh, it's going to have the survey, mate. Oh, this fucking cunt, right? Yeah, he was getting me in my way. I was trying to get myself a bloody deer ice coffee, mate. Yeah. It's hilarious. My aunt's she was quite old, so she did get taught the sort of received pronunciation, like I was taught when I was younger. And my mother talked to me. It's just why they talk the same. So here's a funny story about my aunt. She does this thing all the time. She's a rural Australian, but when you call her, she's always like, oh, you know, let's make up a last name for her. The Jameson residents. The Jameson residents, who is speaking. And then if she knows the people, she goes, oh, it's just you. How you doing, eh? Hey, it's just fucking you. So she's like, the Jameson residents, who is this? Oh, it's fucking you. She does it every time, without fail, she'll do it. It's the Jameson residents. Suddenly changes from a British person from a TV show back into the bloody, Oh, God. Oh, goodness. Accent's hilarious. Oh, so what time is it? 1:20. How long have I been streaming for? I was only streaming to stream for like an hour, and I've been streaming for an hour and a half. Helps that I've suddenly been popular all of a sudden. Goodness. Everyone and their mother wants to talk to me all of a sudden. Don't know how that happened. Speaking of everyone who's just come to this stream for the first time, how did you all find me? Was it Twitter? I don't know if you're still here, but if you are, was it Twitter that you found me from? Was it just YouTube suggesting it? Suddenly been popular, yes. Marshall! What about Marshall? Why are we talking about Marshall? Oh goodness, my itchy nose is really getting, and I'm sweating buckets. Oh. They say it's coming into winter, and they're lying to me, the bloody fellas. Bastards are lying to me, I swear. There I am. They vote by Mahjong. I don't know. Did they? Mahjong. Join to the studio. Speaking of someone, I wonder what I found to that Clips fellow. I haven't been to that channel recently. Oh, I got a subscriber too. Thank you to whoever subscribed. Gonna jump into one of these and hide that. But yes. Oh, I suddenly lost the conversation. But I'm glad I sound better with this microphone. It's good. It suddenly hit me. Oh. Suddenly tired all of a sudden. Oh goodness, another one! God, where are they all coming from? Another new name. Hello, Pico Vanilla Enjoyer. Isn't Pico a type of alcohol? Oh no, it's Pisco. Sorry. It's Pisco, not Pico. Hello, Pico. You join me trying to maintain a conversation. And also using far too many interesting Australian accents. Based on various famous Australian peoples. And also the fellow who tried to mug me in a train station once. Pisco Sour, that's the one. Pisco, not Pico, sorry. Pico Vanilla Enjoy. Well, a lot of interesting names today. A lot of interesting names. Excuse me. I am 2% awake. That's so. I am probably about 95% awake, I'd say. It's the middle of the day. I'm not quite ready for my nanny nap yet. I'm really gonna have to nanny nap after my lesson this afternoon. Yes, I do need a throat lozenge. I'm 1% alive. Oh dear. I think you might need to check a doctor, Andy. Might need to go check a doctor. Check a doctor? Visit a doctor. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm apparently 1% able to speak the English bloody language. It's 11:25 p.m. here. Oh. Bit past your bedtimes, is it? I'm trying to remember how I mispronounced your name. Pandak Nivs. Bit past your bedtime, isn't it? Aren't you a naughty boy? Up past your bedtime, a naughty little whippersnapper you are. Join the game suggestions. Thank you. Yes, very interesting. Why is everyone turning up today? Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I feel bad that I'm gonna end it soon. I feel like I should keep going, but I've only got a bit to go before I need to eat some lunch and then prepare myself for the Japanese lesson. But I'm glad this has all worked out. It's really nice. I'm glad I'm working. I've got this nice new microphone. Naughty girl. I can be both, after all. That is true. A naughty person. Doesn't quite hold the weight. Same weight, does it? Oh, I've realised I've probably accidentally put this one on a list, haven't I? My playlist. I've probably accidentally put this on a playlist, haven't I? This stream. Probably ended up in the Ghostwire playlist, has it? Yes, it has. Whoopsies. Let me get rid of that. Oh dear. Quite loud. And anyway, I'll leave the calling of naughty in that particular context, Pandak Nivs, to your significant other. No? But hardcore dance death in your soundtrack playlist. Maybe I will. You can't stop me. I go, you can join me. Endless roads shape the way. Slow to start, but now I journey on the road my heart paved. Well, I'm thinking of actually updating back my backing track, actually, especially if I do end up reading horror or sci-fi. I'd like some more horror or sci-fi bits. Unfortunately, the money I was intending to spend, recently I was intending, before I had my mic broke and I had to replace my equipment. I don't know if it's significant other, just someone to mate with for fun. Fair enough. To each their own. I actually know a person who's in one of them big open relationships, like, I think they call it like a wheel and spokes relationship or something. I can't quite remember. But it's a sort of big open relationship. It's very interesting. It's this, trans lass I know. I met them through my nephew, actually, because they're my nephew's friend, and we sat down and had a long conversation about it, actually. It's very interesting. That sort of open relationship's quite interesting. It reminds me of the 70s and 80s, you know? Just want a normal 1-1. Yeah, this is beyond a really open relationship. This is sort of, I don't know what the word for it. I've forgotten the word. The word's left my mind. But it's, you know, they're all a group of people sort of all dating each other in a way, you know? Sort of multiple people, and it's sort of like, you know, intercrossing. It's not like one person is everyone. It was explained to me far better by them, but it was interesting. They seemed quite fun, and they'd had a hard life, and it's good that they were able to find that they were happy in this. They've been in it for years and years now. Probably over a decade now. And people come and go from it, of course. But considering their background and what I learned about them through their own admission and through what my nephew told me, it's pretty rough. It can be. She, oh, damn it. She's, sorry. Apologize. I'm still not good at it, but I'll get to it. She, they, sorry. Sorry, because I knew them before, and it's still a bit of a cognitive dissonance for me. I knew them before they had come out as friends, actually, because they used to be my nephew's schoolmate back in the day. And so we'd met through, birthday parties and the like. Sorry, but yes, it was very interesting. The kind of description of how they live. And it's not for everyone. It's all about finding what makes you happy. That's my piece of advice for today, everyone. Love is not something... You look at me. I'm happily not married, and I haven't been, and I really didn't pursue that many relationships in my life. I'm not a person who had many times with women or men throughout my time, and I'm perfectly happy where I am. It's all about finding your peace, finding your place. And it's not going to be the same as somebody else. We're all unique and beautiful individuals. Hell, we've got a panda that likes wielding knives. If that's not unique, I don't know what is. Oh god, this itchy nose is really getting to me. Goodness. I'm not sneezing, it just itches. I hate it. But yes. I think it's, she knows, yeah, somebody's talking about us. But what are you sitting at? 37. Maybe we'll do a bit of a song, perhaps. We'll sing... I think I still have my heart paved. I'll stand up and I'll sing. And then we can, probably finish up. We'll be back for some Inscription tomorrow, and Thursday night as always. Tomorrow and Thursday night. Unfortunately, I can't continue this. I do have a few things before I need to go to my class this afternoon. My tutorship this afternoon. I'm a tutor this afternoon, so I wish I could keep this going. It's amazing. If I was really playing my games, I'd continue watching, because everyone seems to love this stream for some reason. But I'm glad it all sounded fine. You've all had a good time with it. I'll keep all the settings the same as they are now. It may be a bit loud, but we can adjust as we go. We'll see how it happens when I sing, eh? Max brought me into it and went along with it for a while, but then got out of hand. It was jealousy, not being informed about decisions, etc. Yes, open relationship and that sort of thing, they do require a next level. Every relationship requires good communication. But I feel, as I was talking to this fellow, she said that it does require even more. You really need to be able to talk, to open your heart to these people. So... it's an issue, but it's about, if you really feel this is comfortable, you'll meet each other, sort of thing. But I'm not about to start going into a tirade about relationships when I myself am not in one. I've given far too much relationship advice, considering the people I've been giving to advice to have had far more relationships than I ever had. I, had a dozen relationships in my time, and only a few of them lasted very any distance. But pointers, leave you to it. Let me jump to the other screen. Shall we jump to the, where is it? Outside singing. There we are. Ooh, look at it. Ooh, beautiful. Back outside to sing the song. We turn up? Can't fly out. Yeah, well, it's outside looking in the situation. It's very easy to see what's wrong with a relationship when you're outside of it. That's why it's so easy to give advice to that sort of thing. There we are. Yes, let's sing this song, shall we? Get my mic, I think, so I can see me. Oh dear. It's lost me. I've disappeared. I'm down here. Oh. Probably should have set up the music. Sorry. Give me a moment. Although it hasn't... I'm not staring at your soul! The song. There it is. Now I need to get the lyrics up. Dear oh dear. This is a terrible mistake. I did not organize this. I'm going to be looking down a lot because I haven't read these lyrics in a while. We get the lyrics up, then we shall be good. Where are we? Now, where is that lyric? Where did I put it? Damn it. Sing Buckamita, maybe. I don't think I'm that good at, Japanese quite yet. Maybe next time. Yeah, shut up. Silence! Word, I'm just trying to get my bloody music out. Little, he cries. Well, you're certainly younger than most of us, Andy. But now I need to get the song playing. I wonder if there is one, though, for Bakamitai. But I'll sing a song I know. We'll do this Bakamitai later. There it is. Patience is a vice that grew strong along my life. Forgot about the introduction. Patience is a vice that grew strong along my life. Others chose my path when I didn't make the time. But now the end is close, I will wait no more. Take your drawn maps somewhere else, for I won't walk your walk. Where I go, you can join me. Endless forks shape the way. Start, but now I journey on the road my heart pays. Age has stilled my tongue, which has brought me trouble none. What I have to say won't stay within my lungs. But you demand me speak, but I cannot be forced. So take your nonsense somewhere else, since I won't talk your talk. Where I go, you can't join me. Endless folk shake the way. Slow to start, but now I journey on the road my heart paved. Nothing's ever easy, even when I set my course. Since someone made the pieces I place upon the board, but they can't stop me cheating or bending certain rules. So don't misjudge the feelings of this older, smarter fool, for I won't be your pawn. Where I go, you can join me. Endless forks, they shave the way. Slow to start, but now I journey on the road my heart paved. On this long road my heart paved. You'll have to thank my nephew for that one. That's his creation, you know? Move this back to a more reasonable set. Still made a mistake in the lyrics, but, you know, I keep forgetting. There's so many versions of this song we've done that, I keep getting some of the lyrics confused. Let me get them. I'm dead. Oh dear, I've killed somebody. I'm like that singing lady that's does the till your head explodes. I never heard you sing before. You know when you're really just smiling after your face like that? That's happening right now. I'm glad you enjoyed it so much. And a big bravo to my nephew who wrote that song for me. I'm not much of the lyricist. I can write monologues and poetry, but I cannot write songs. So he's a very impressive lyricist, my nephew. Very impressive. So I'm glad you enjoyed it. We did work together on this, granted. He did most of the work, but I sat down and we read and tried to make it more about me, you know? About me. And it's rare for him to write a song. He's a very emotional fellow. He writes usually about himself, so when he said, you know what, I'm going to help you write a song. Yes, we were planning to do a recording, but unfortunately he's moved. That nephew that's moved is the one that wrote that song for us. So it'll be pretty tough. I guess I could use that backing track and record a part myself. And with this mic, how did it sound? Speaking of, how did it sound? I'm glad you clearly thought it was very good, but was there any clipping issues? Drink the lean, revive. But any clipping issues? Any too loud? I didn't I didn't belt it out into the last chorus, I don't think. You know, you have to get warmed up for this sort of thing, and I don't think I was quite warmed up. So I started belting it out at the end there, though. But, how's everyone thinking that went? Bit loud at times. None that I could hear. But it didn't clip. It could get a bit loud because I probably didn't adjust it properly. I need to move the mic away from me a bit. Get a bit more. 'Twas good. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Didn't clip. That's good. That's what I'm most worried about. Hitting that clipping. It sounds terrible. May have been a bit loud, but I did stop belting it out, and that's all about my my microphone, what is it called? Mic discipline. I just need to move a bit away from the microphone when I'm about to start belting out notes so it doesn't blow your ears out. It takes a bit of time, and I haven't practiced recently since I last sung, which is only 2 weeks ago, so. Yes, I'm glad you all enjoyed it. That was very fun. But I do need to be off and eat some lunch before my lesson this afternoon, so we might have to finish it up there. Let me jump to the final part of this. Let's go to the nighttime chat side. Yeah, there we are. Why is everyone sweeping? Sweep, 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 indeed. No running in the halls. Yeah, you need a hall pass to even be in the halls. Why are you here? No hall pass, no in the halls. You know, I didn't have hall passes when I was younger. They just didn't let me out of the bloody classroom. Excuse me. I need to recover my voice too. But at least that'll be good. Everyone, another moment of silence for the SM58 or 57. I still didn't read what it was. I should actually. It's a 58. 58. It's still on the floor over there. And the sock mic. A moment of silence for them. Remember our fallen friends. Just look sad. And as always, while you're remembering that, good night, sweet dreams, and know that the endless forks shape the way. So just go on the road your heart has paved. Gone but not forgotten. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you all for watching, and thank you all who came. That was very amazing. I didn't expect this to be so popular, so thank you all for that. Nighty night. Oh, I feel like I should answer your question, Panda Knives. This is the reading area. It is actually in a bedroom. It is in, perhaps, my bedroom. Who knows? You won't know. It's for me to know and you to find out, Panda Knives. However, probably every camera you least expect, indeed. So yes, this is the reading area. I like sitting here and reading while I'm about to go to bed. It's very nice, isn't it? There are those Dennis Wheatley novels right there next to me. Those red ones leaning against the flower. Dennis Wheatley. Pretty racist, but, you know, fun books. Nighty night, sorry. Nighty night, nighty night. Gotta stop myself. Gotta do things. Be ready for chapter 2. I will. Was that flirting? I don't know. I've made a lot of flirtatious remarks this time. Maybe I'm in a good mood and I sound flirtatious. I'm going to leave you to stew on that, Pandak Nivs.